Honest J. Nowak. Oh yeah. A pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome back to HJN. Now today, here on Honest J. Nowak, I would very much like to go ahead and start with some more subjects here before I call it quits for the rest of the day. Here, I'm going to talk about publications. If you haven't been to your local library yet, then well, I quite honestly wouldn't try doing that because, well, libraries happen to be a hotspot for outdated information. If you ever wanted to get yourself indated information that is continuously updated on a daily basis, then well, the internet would be the perfect place for you. Anybody out there will continuously upload information to the web, knowing that such things out there are right, while others out there happen to upload false information. And false information, of course, is looked at, monitored closely, and usually deleted by those who happen to look into it and find out that it's not true. If something out there happens to not be true, then well, you can expect this false info to be pointed out that it's a lie. Or, even better, you can expect it to be removed from the web, decoded, if you will. But publications themselves, based on certain highly important subjects out there that we got into our society today, are pretty much skeptical of many. And that's because many people out there just don't seem to realize the fact that at the same time that we got hackers, phishers, PHISHERS, as well as governmental corporations and the like that happen to monitor closely and just observe everybody's move on the web. There are people out there that do exist, and well, there are a lot of times people that happen to really make up conspiracies and falsify a lot of certain info out there that exists. And many people out there, bloggers, posts of all sorts, they do happen to have some ways of simply putting people out, catfishing, scamming, anything of that sort. There's people like that do exist. And for the most part, it's horrifying as ever. But I can tell you for a fact that publications of all sorts, no matter what I look up, most of the time I happen to find stuff out there that is absolutely true. And no matter what I do, most of the time people out there would trust in me what I'm saying, but there are plenty of people out there as well, including a lot of peers of mine, that happen to really digress with all of it and just simply point out that it could potentially be a lie. But no. If there's multiple sources that focus on the same subject and they all happen to point out to the same contribution and simply give out the outlook and conclusion that all relates to each other, then well, these multiple sources are putting up good, useful, true information. But those people out there that happen to falsify it all and just give out irregular info that is very skeptical and oftentimes found as to not be useful, they usually get taken down or the like. But many people out there, they try to find ways to simply encrypt their data and prevent them from becoming, well, removed from the web itself. There's lots of different ways that hackers and the like can oftentimes try and use certain tricks and passwords and other sorts of coding that they could just sit around for hours at a time perfecting. But nevertheless, I will certainly find a good way of getting people off of the web. People of all sorts that falsify and all that good stuff. They shouldn't even be allowed to upload info as long as they're not doing it correctly. And I pretty much have nothing else to say about publications themselves, because no matter what I do, I happen to find all sorts of true articles and the like, and there's hardly been a time where not so true articles happen to be found by myself. So that's pretty much all I got left to say about that. So if you want to see more, go down to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.